I think people should stick to their guns on what they want to do. We have a lot of people that want to become doctors, nurses, a musician, whatever, a barber, all right? Stick to your guns on what you want to do. Haters.
Oh, another animal.
I'm about to say, what you think about the haters? Because I know you dealt with a couple.
You know, when you turn the energy around, it's motivation. It really is.
Exactly.
You focus on it a while and you ask why and all that stuff when you're young 20s and
I don't
stuff
even
like
focus
that.
on it no more.
Well, again, yeah, progression is
look
a
at
huge thing.
as a charge.
It really is charging.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When somebody is hating or they say, why you want to do that? That makes me want to do it even more.
Sure. And when once you know where the place where the hate comes from too, it definitely challenges your energy in a special way. It really does. And when you get to our age or me and your age, that stuff don't even matter anymore.
All right, people, we got Jay in the building.
Hey, cousin Will,
Arthur, bro.
Meet your brother.
same here, same here.
All right.
Gentlemen. Yeah, so basically, the theme of lazy, I think really, sitting back here, listening to all these great ideas bouncing back and forth here for this panel right here. The theme of laziness to me really is a state of mind. I think really, if you don't know any better, like we say, I think it's more of a generational thing. When you're young, you think you know everything. As you grow older, well, we have some foolish older people too, but the vast majority of us, understand that, as you grow a little older, you get a little wiser. But like Cousin Will said, there's nothing wrong with asking a question. You're not making yourself need someone else. I'm a stern believer of great minds, and I learned this from Trinidad. I'm Trinidadian. My grandfather always told me, great minds will discuss ideas. Mm-hmm. Medium minds will discuss things. Small minds will discuss people. Mm-hmm. Stay away from small-minded people. So that type of concept, I didn't understand it when I was younger, but as I grow older now, I understand that because as a community, we have to discuss ideas. How do we get better? If a young man opens up his own business and he's prosperous, why not congratulate him and say, hey, listen, man, what you're doing? Because, to me, that's inspiring. That's the type of mentality that we really need as a community, Will. You know what I'm saying? Look at the big picture. I work in corporate America. I'm a district manager, a big box, Fortune 500 company. And all these ideas, when you sit in a conference room with all these, I have maybe 5 conference calls a day. Everybody's pitching ideas. Nobody's ashamed of what they're saying because that's how you get better as an individual. That's how you get better as an individual. Ask questions, what you didn't know, now you just gather yourself some new facts that you didn't know before. Yeah. Pretty much, that's what it's about. And that's how you grow corporately speaking in corporate America, and that's how we should grow as a community. Share, we call it in corporate world, share your best practices. Best practices, things that got you where you need to go. Reach back, share that with other individuals, and get them moving forward. What's your thoughts on that, Will?
I think you're right about that because a lot of people don't want to share. You feel like if you tell me something, you think I might run away with it. Oh, it's the best idea. You know what? But sharing is helping me out. Like I had a person in here, right? And let's Mr. Brown, best one-arm barber in the world. You know what? He used to share all his little skills, all his little cutting techniques with me. And that was heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? That he took the time to show me little shortcuts here and there and, just paved the way. You're paving the way for the next person. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be, everybody wants to, how do you say it? Oh my God, what's the word? Compete against each other. There's no competing. Look at us right here. We're on the same color.
Yep.
Why are we competing against each other? For what? When we can help each other, uplift each other,
Yep.
bring each other up. If I bring you up, that brings me up.
Sure.
That's how I feel about it. I'm not hating. I never hate on nobody. And look at us. We all on the bench. You know what I'm saying? We all here. We uplifting each other. And that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? My circle is small, but it's tight. You know what I'm saying? With real people. That's it.
I think I'm a stern believer. I'm not a big guy that believes in religion. To me, religion is really a money-making industry. But I believe in yin and yang. I believe in the universe. I believe anything that you, energy, absolutely. Energy is the same, positive, negative. So I always say, always be selfless in your actions. Give.
Exactly.
And don't care about what's coming back to you. There's another old quote I learned from my grandmother from Trinidad. Because when you really, really need it, and I get goosebumps when I talk about it, it's going to come back to you tenfold.
100%.
You have to give, you have to be selfless in your actions in this life. Nobody's here permanently. We're all here for a short period of time.
Missed.
Help your fellow man.
That's it. Give when you can give.
Yep.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been preaching. Give when you can give.
It will always come back tenfold, man.
Always.
I'm a living,
Always.
walking, breathing example of that. Don't think about, what you're giving. If you can give it, and you will get it back tenfold. To me, I believe in that. Energy is the same in the universe. Whether it's positive energy, it's the same effort. So why not be positive with your energy is my question. That's how I look at it. It's the same effort left or right, positive or negative. So why go the negative route versus being the positive route where there's more pluses that can come out the positive side to it?
Exactly.
So I ask you, as 4 people here that think just like that, what happens when you go back to the person you mentioned earlier that I'm spending it all and I'm not leaving nothing for somebody? Can we impact a person like that? Because this is where the growth is. We got it, we came with it, whatever, and we all here believe it. Right. But that person that doesn't believe it, like I'm spending it all, I'm not leaving no house for the kids and all that, can you impact that kind of person? Because that's where the conversation lies, because this is all talk. Right. Unless we impact that person and get him to be the 5th wheel here and believe what we believe.
I think you can. I think people can change. You know why I say people can change? Because we might have been a certain way when we was younger.
True.
We all ran the streets.
Yep. You got a point. We did.
We all ran the streets. I'm not even holding y'all up. All right? We all ran the streets.
Yes, we did.
We all did dirt,
Yep.
whatever. But as you get older, you start thinking different, you start learning, becoming wiser. Okay? So, you know what? That person can change if they want to change.
I think it's
what? They have to want to change and they have to open up their heart. They have
I feel
to.
like standing firm in what you believe in. Like yeah, we gonna think alike. And that person's gonna naturally be allowed you because that's what we believe. Right? But you, like I said, staying on your path. Honestly, that person just watching that alone will make them change. And then on top of that, knowing you're always gonna drive a jewel. And that little bit makes the difference. You know what I mean? Because think about it, we use all clothes out there. Like you said, we live them on the streets. Mm-hmm. So it comes with a certain perspective on life. Sometimes it takes that little bit to open your eyes. Some people, like you said, some people have it, some people don't. Mm-hmm. And maybe that person don't have it. Like I said, staying strong in your beliefs, just staying focused, dropping your jewels,
that's it.
Can change the person.
But when you don't have it, I believe that when you're around someone that got it, you have a responsibility to change.
Yep.
The minute you see it, it changes everything. Mm-hmm. Because that I didn't know thing, like a paper towel in the cupboard that you never opened to look for, it doesn't fly anymore.
Exactly.
This guy is doing it day in and day out, all the way up to Fortune 500 company working for.
There's no excuse.
And I made a similar example before he got here. Me and you, and you're staying up an hour every day. I'm going to bed a little earlier, and look how you're going up and I'm going down.
Right.
I'm just looking at that and just going to ignore it. That's a mindset that is hard to understand.
Right.
It really is, because when everybody just wants the chance to rub noses with the Jay-Z's or the Drakes or something like that to really make some ideas flourish or live a better life or whatever. A lot of us are not going to get that chance. But we have a chance on a smaller level.
Right.
Just seeing the guy next door or the uncle that goes to work every day, when you're trying to get yourself started, you got it right there in front of you. Utilize him. Talk to him. Don't hide. We usually hide from the motivated if we don't want to be. Don't hide from that. Go and talk to him.
Right.
You know how good it'll make him feel that, wow, somebody saw that I'm actually motivated. I never even thought that highly of myself.
Exactly.
Somebody thought I wasn't lazy. I just thought I was regular.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
You're right.
You know, so it helps everybody. You're actually going to come up and he's like, wow. Now he's going to take it under his wing and say, I'm going to help this guy, because not many people, you know how many people would get to me right now? Because not many people, the younger, are coming and even asking one question. One question, one guy come and ask, that's not my kid. I might forget about my kids for a minute, because that's a special person.
Exactly.
Yo, man, I'm trying to get myself together.
Exactly.
If one person would just say that, me and him is gone.
That's it.
All my extra would go to him. You just don't see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna fight yourself out this laziness, man, because you can't do it. It's right there, because there's enough people. We ain't all lazy. This is not a continent of lazy people. There's many motivated that you could just point out to and say, man, that guy looks cool enough. Let me just talk to him. You could catch me in the middle of washing my car, just pick up a rag.
That's what I say.
You're already halfway there.
You guys start being comfortable with what they're winning at.
Being uncomfortable is
You know what I'm
a
saying?
great thing.
You have to, because at the end of the day, it comes with a certain, like people think asking the question or asking for help is going to be a bad thing. This person going to talk bad about you eventually, because it comes with, you know, a certain type of perception of it. And that's when people got to start knocking out the box.
Exactly.
Not caring.
A closed mouth, I'm sorry, a closed mouth will not get fed.
There's no shame, man. Ain't no shame in this room.
And it's going to hit, like I said, like I always use Will as a great example. You know, we talked about the barbershop thing, we started the barbershop thing. I went home, I was, no lie, I went home, I was cleaning my feet, doing my toes and all that. I'm like, yo, what can I do to make something? What's my next step? And I thought it was a female shoe line, which I'm working on right now in the process, but that's the next thing, that's my next step.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Motivation.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, no.
It takes a little motivation to motivation.
I think a lot of times, you know, reality is the common denominator. You have to have a dose of reality. You know, people think that it's an overnight boom success. It's a light switch. It's not. It's a process.
Baby steps.
I tell people all the time, well, it's a process. Hear me out what I'm saying. You must have a plan. You have to start with a plan. You have a vision, you have a dream, you have to write it down. We could all talk about it. 10 years from now, we'd still be talking about it.
Exactly.
Write it down, have a plan. It's not an overnight thing. People always like, I want to be the best, this and that. That's not overnight. Only thing you have to do as an individual, I think, is be better than who you was yesterday. I get goosebumps when I say this, bro. Am I lying though? Gentlemen, am I lying?
No.
I'm with you, man.
Just be better than who you was yesterday. Don't focus, like you said, the Jay-Z.
Nothing.
No, you're not gonna get there yet.
Yeah.
Work on your craft.
You're gonna get there.
You're not.
You're right.
I'm not gonna stifle somebody so you won't get there, but you're not gonna get there. It's not overnight. It's not a switch. Have a plan. In the corporate world, you know what we do? We call it MOM, month over month. What did you do 30 days ago? Are you better than where you was 30 days ago? So you have a month over month.
Significant thinking right
You have
there.
a quarterly, month over month. You have a 6 month, month over month, and you have a YOY, year over year.
Yeah.
Where were you 12 months ago?
Huge.
What have you accomplished 12 months between the last 12 months?
That's right.
And if you
And
critical enough, you answer that question.
If you answer that question and you accomplished 0 or you went backwards,
you should be mad.
something's wrong.
You're upset at
Your
yourself.
plan's wrong.
If you're not checking off on that checkoff list, something's wrong.
It's big to write it down because some of us are visualists,
That's right.
some of us are verbalists. But you write something down and you look at it.
Yeah, you be like,
You
wow.
wake up every day, you look at it. It's tangible. It's right in front of you.
Because you don't remember what you did yesterday.
Yes,
but when you see, write down all the food that you ate yesterday.
Absolutely.
You're like, whoa.
Have a plan.
You know, I did that. Ding dongs?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from? You know what I'm saying?
I ate the whole box.
When you're feeding, you don't see things.
Absolutely.
You know, that's huge.
I'm just saying, do something tangible. Start with a week over week. You know, even day over day. What I did 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
How did I better myself?
Yeah.
And you will see that gradually, when you get that mindset, that concept that I have to be better tomorrow than I was today.
We would all take off.
I'm just saying, you'll see the progression in life.
Take off.
It's all about progression in life. Being better who you was the day before. That's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? It's worked for me, man. Like I said, I'm a walking, living, breathing example of a kid that came here 33 years ago with $2.50 in quarters in my pocket, high waters, white socks with black shoes from Trinidad, with nothing else but $2.50.
I have no roti.
I had the roti in the bag.
Okay.
But that being said, you know, well, 32 years later, my parents have a house, I have a house, my sister have a house. You know, I got a white picket fence, I got a dog named Rex. The American dream. But again, you have to have a plan.
That's it. Check it off.
Because if you don't have a plan, where are you going to be? You're going to be chasing your tail.
A little bit of critical thinking goes
That's
a long
all it is.
way, man.
And surround yourself, like we said before, great minds, medium minds, small minds. Try to stick with the great minds because they got it going on, like my man Will right here. His plan works. It's been working.
You know, the entire theme of lazy can be wrapped all the way around. Just what he said. Be better than you was yesterday. It all goes out. It'll fix itself right there. That's just simple and amazing.
How do you build discipline
into not being lazy?
Well, I tell you what I mean. Stay focused. I mean, not stay focused, but
build the discipline.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. Let me tell you why. It's a slippery slope.
Build the discipline.
I don't think discipline can be built. This is my take on it, right? Oh, it's on? I'm sorry. I know.
We record?
You're quiet now. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's right. All right. Listen. So, as an individual, you have to be tired of where you are and want to be better.
Stole minds.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of doing. Everybody know the definition of the word insanity. Am I correct?
Doing the same thing
over and over, and trying to expect a different outcome. It will never work. Personal or professional.
Trying to get the water out of rock.
Yep. Or turnip. It ain't gonna work. So as an individual, you have to be tired of what you're doing and want to be better. That's my take on it. That's the beginning. It begins and ends with you as an individual.
I'm gonna make mine short and sweet, and it's pretty much what he said. You have to be truly just sick and tired. You gotta be exhausted of what this thing is doing to you. Absolutely. In order you to start creating a discipline to just eradicate laziness.
I think so.
I'm gonna agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But like I also don't agree with what I said before, because once you get to that point, you're gonna naturally admit the fact, and you're gonna say it out loud. Like, yo, listen, this needs to change, this needs to happen. And once you get past that hump, that is the beginning, that is the race. You know what I'm saying? To get started with your focus and dreams. You know what I mean? Like I had that point, and I'll be honest, on a personal level, I had that point here with the big brother. We had this conversation. So at the end of the day, it's just admitting starting and just getting past that point. That's the hardest battle.
I think you have to also own your shortfalls, shortcomings.
That's for a preacher.
Because I think if you don't own where you are and you got yourself where you are, you cannot get out of where you are.
Get started.
Because every time you start pointing at someone else, he got me here, she got me here, you know, that thumb is pointing backwards at the real person that got you there. I mean, that's my take on it.
Yeah. That's a piece.
You know?
And you have to learn your lesson from depending on other people.
Yeah.
You can't depend on people.
No kickstand.
But that's why I say
you can only depend on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you have to want to do better, knowing that this is for me. I can't go to that man, to that man, to that man. I got to do it on my own. All right? I got to grind and get this by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because the worst feeling is when you go to somebody and they make you feel less than. You what I'm saying? They're gonna help you, but they're gonna talk to you like you're a little kid. All right? And nobody wants that. So get up, do it on your own, man. I wake up every day saying that I need to complete something. All right?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
how.
sir.
I don't care if I'm off. If I'm off that day, I gotta pay a bill. I gotta take the garbage out. I gotta cut the grass, wash my car. I gotta do something productive.
Absolutely.
For that day. All right? Get on the web, learn something. All of y'all think it's hard to open up a business. It's not. Google it. It's easy. It's not hard. Wake up, people. So let's get it.
Everybody has, well, I think everybody will find their calling or find their walk, what they need as they progress in life. Like I said, I'm an business account manager, you know, for a territory. When I went to school, to be to be a biochemist when I was in college. That didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. But you know, I didn't sit down and say, "Woe was me." You know, I progressed, got a little side job, escalated something new, and I started climbing the corporate ladder at that point. You know, so I think I mean that's my example of it. So sometimes you have your dreams in regards to going to school for a certain subject or for a certain job. And maybe when you graduate, you can't use that to get your job.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to pivot to something else.
Right.
Have a plan B. I think that's the biggest thing. You can always have a plan A, but you gotta have plan B and plan C, I think.
Plan B and C might be more important than
it could be. I mean, that's my take on it. Well,
What I would say to the youth, to be honest, would be put yourself out there. You know, make your plans, but put yourself in areas that make you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Learning different things. Don't just put everything in one basket. You know what I mean? You can start off wanting to learn jet engineering and then going to be a biochemist. But you have to put yourself out there in a mix to see what you really want to do in life and what's going to flow with you and what you feel comfortable.
I think people should stick to their guns on what they want to do. We have a lot of people that want to become doctors, nurses, a musician, whatever, a barber, all right? Stick to your guns on what you want to do because you can only make yourself happy, all right? As far as, I mean, what I'm saying is a lot of people go to school for something that they don't even want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up wasting 4 or 5 years, 10 years maybe, and then they decide to do what they want to do, which might be baking, all right? Clothing, jewelry, whatever, repairing watches, whatever. Do what you like. Do what you want to do. You never know how successful you're going to be.
Yeah,
In what you want to do. And you're going to be comfortable. At least go to work every day feeling good about what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right? When I walk in that door, I feel good that this is my barbershop. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I could say, put that chair right there. It's going to stay right there.
I'm gonna add.
I'm just saying.
Well,
100%.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said. This is what I'm gonna add to that, right? So I'm gonna add to that. College is not for everybody. Let's just call it what it is.
Facts.
It's
100%.
not, you know, because a lot of these institutions are gonna put you into debt. Debt that you're gonna be in for the next 30 or 40 years. You know, if a trade is what you like, if you like Carnier, you know, you want to paint, you want to do straight-in painting, you know, find it, like you said, find the thing that you love. Because the worst thing in the world is going to get up every morning and doing a job that you hate. It's the worst thing because you're not motivated to do that.
Exactly.
So find what moves you, and like you said, stick to it and follow through. It doesn't always have to be college.
100%. Go to high school.
Yes.
Get your high school diploma.
Your GED. Yep.
I'm good with that. College is extra.
Yep. You could pivot from there and go whichever trade.
That's how I feel.
Yep.
But there's a lot of people out there that's working in fields that they don't like. Okay? Especially DMV.
Now you got.
You always get a person. You always get a person with an attitude, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, yo, do you want this job?
Where's your number?
Yeah.
You know,
Not only that,
you're supposed to be a people person. You're not.
people have college degrees right now, and guess what? Ain't got no jobs too. That's what I'm saying. Depending on the nature of the field that you, and guess what? You're 100K in the reds in debt, and you can't even get a job.
Exactly.
So be smart. Be smart in your pivotals in life.
Exactly.
I am a true believer with you too. You gotta have a high school diploma. It starts right there because you have to have some type of literacy.
That's the foundation, right?
You gotta have some level of literacy.
That's
so
the
people don't
foundation.
take advantage of you.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
there's
the
street
foundation.
smarts, but then there's certain book smarts that you need to blend with the street smarts. I think.
And
But
common sense.
Yeah, and common sense, which
Glad you said blend.
it's a blend. You have to have, it's a balance in that, I think. You know, we came from the streets, but we still making money in the corporate side.
That's it.
You know? I don't think,
know how to maneuver.
I wouldn't think I would be where I'm at corporately if I didn't come from the streets. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest with you. So it's a blend of having the two, I think. And I think the minimal requirement for the literacy is a high school diploma. And from there, you could pivot to a trade, whatever trade you want, or go to college if you think that's where you need to go.
Yeah.
That's my take on that, bro.
Yeah. And a lot of people are lacking in trades. I don't understand that.
A lot of jobs out there for trades.
A lot of people are lacking in trades. We got plumbing, electrical, sheetrocking,
Good paid trades too.
contracting.
Very good paid trades.
A lot of money. A lot of money.
Unionized trades.
You know? And that's get these kids off the street.
Yep.
The community center could do that too. Get out there, do it. You can do it. I believe in you. This is Will Du Barbershop Talk, signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment, please. Let us know what you want to talk about. We here, the floor is open.
Yes, sir.
All right? So we want to get back to you with some comments. Subscribe. Ring that bell. Thank you. Peace.